The mystery of the empty villa. Arjun stood on the expansive marble terrace of Whispering Oaks, the villa he had inherited from his eccentric granduncle. It was a masterpiece of architecture, nestled against the misty mountains, yet it felt like a tomb. For 6 months, the booking calendar on his laptop had remained a stark, unforgiving white. He had lowered the prices and boosted the ads, but the house remained stubbornly empty. To the world, it was just another building. To Arjun, it was a growing weight of failure. That afternoon, Arjun found a weathered, cream-colored envelope tucked into the heavy brass knocker of the front door. There was no stamp and no return address. Inside, a single sentence was written in elegant, looping calligraphy. Guests do not book properties, Arjun. They book the stories they hope to live within them. At the bottom was a small map leading to the ancient banyan tree at the edge of the estate. Under the sprawling canopy of the banyan tree sat a man who seemed to blend into the shadows. He wore a linen suit the color of river stones and held a vintage compass in his hand. This was Silas, known in hushed circles of the industry as the host whisperer. He didn't look like a consultant. He looked like a keeper of secrets. "Your villa is empty because it is invisible," Silas said without looking up. "You are selling a bed, but the world is hungry for a destination." Silas stood and began to walk, gesturing toward the silent house. "To solve the mystery of the empty villa, you must master the 4 mysteries of the traveler," he explained. "Every guest is seeking one of 4 things: an escape from their routine, a celebration of a milestone, content for their digital legacy, or a connection with their loved ones. If your house doesn't whisper one of these truths, the guests will never hear it." They spent the next week investigating the case of the invisible listing. Silas sat with Arjun in the dusty library, crossing out lines of clinical text. "Stop telling them the square footage," Silas commanded. "Tell them about the way the light hits the reading nook at 4 p.m. Tell them about the scent of wild jasmine that drifts through the window. Transform your listing from a brochure into a prologue." Arjun began to act as a guest detective. He realized he had been trying to attract everyone, which meant he was attracting no one. He decided to focus on the escape artist, the weary professional seeking silence. He removed the flashy televisions and replaced them with high-quality record players and a curated library. He wasn't just fixing a room, he was crafting a sanctuary. Silas watched as Arjun prepared for his first booking in months, a couple celebrating their golden anniversary. "This is the memory maker," Silas noted, handing Arjun a small, handcrafted wooden box. "The property provides the shelter, but you provide the delight. A handwritten note and a bottle of wine from the year they were married will do more for your business than 1,000 luxury towels." "Beware the secret society of occupancy," Silas warned one evening as they sat by the fire. "Many hosts believe a full house is the only sign of success. But a house full of people who don't care is a house that will soon be broken. Focus on the experience, not the percentage. High occupancy is a side effect of a soul-stirring stay, not the goal itself." On their final day together, Silas revealed the 8MH formula. He wrote the symbols on a chalkboard. Story plus experience plus delight equals the 8-minute heartbeat. "The story earns the booking," Silas whispered. "The experience justifies the stay. But the delight, that unexpected moment of magic, is what captures the heart in the first 8 minutes of arrival. Master the heartbeat, and you master the industry." Years later, Whispering Oaks was the most famous retreat in the mountains. Silas had long since departed, but his philosophy lived on in every corner of the villa. Arjun stood at the gate, not as a frustrated landlord, but as a master host. He watched a young woman, an escape artist, arrive and catch her breath at the sight of the jasmine-draped porch. He knew her story was just beginning, and his villa was ready to tell it.